Stanley was always in Nigeria. He is one man who fought with Benna, Davido, Wizkid. Shatta Wale is a big name in Nigeria. He's a known name. So probably you just say his streams has increased. Yes, I agree because that's also an end goal. Yeah. That is the influence also Peller has on the young people. He's 19.
Yes.
He's Gen Z. He has the influence.
Shatta was known in Nigeria, yes, but it was for a very negative reason. It was so bad that
it was a villain.
People actually saw him as the wicked, this guy doesn't respect himself, like, anyhow guy. Mm-hmm. But that Peller visit and the treatment, it made people now have time to say, you know what, let's take time and listen to Shatta's music. And that alone won him back into their system in a very positive way.
Welcome back to the show. This is still Entertainment Guide on DGN TV. My name is Prudent himself. I'm here with my brothers, Long John the blogger, and Yawubudwa. Of course, it's been a very eventful week, and we have a lot to talk about. Yes, Peller was in town, and Shatta Wale gave him a warm reception in this beautiful motherland we call Ghana. And we'll be delving into that conversation here on the show. Long John, how are you doing this evening?
No,
Great. We thank God for your life. Yeah, it's
I'm good.
Great. But of course, a lot of conversations on social media with regards to Peller's visit to Ghana. Since you are from the SM family, I will start off with you on that. What do you make of the visit so far?
I think it is a very important visit that needed to happen to actually, shift a bit of a conversation about Ghanaian entertainment.
Yeah.
And I believe that visit has given Ghana a beautiful name out there that has made people actually recognize certain things that they actually have access to see pertaining to usually our politicians, our celebrities.
Yeah.
But with the way Shatta Wale took in Peller, I mean, you could see how the whole thing went through from the airport, the treatment from the airport to where he was supposed to lodge, down to when he came to the street, and all those stuff. When you see the communication online, you realize Nigerians never expected those treatments. You understand? To them, they see Peller as one of those people. But for us to actually hold him in that esteem, it shows how patriotic or how friendly, hospitable we are as Ghanaians. So that is one thing that I believe is a message that went out there. Yeah. And thanks to Peller, people have also accepted the fact that everything Shatta Wale says is right. Yeah, thanks to Peller. Because now people had access to his home and have realized the house is actually his. You understand? So now there are certain bits and pieces that people are now adding together to realize, okay, so this narration we're having about Shatta Wale is not true. And quite recently, I think on Twitter, people are now noticing that, so Shatta Wale is this rich.
And because of the fleet of cars.
Yes, I mean, not in the Ghanaian scope, but I'm talking about in Africa. People really didn't know much about our celebrity. And if you know very much how our celebrities used to keep a low life, I think it is very prudent for us to admire the way Shatta Wale used this medium to shoot up our celebrity status in Ghana. Because it has given a new face to our celebrities. Understand? It makes it look
not
like
just for Shatta Wale,
not just for Shatta Wale. Yeah, because you see, everything Shatta Wale does is for a national consensus. He's doing it for the nation. The Beyonce feature is for Ghana. That's why there's a Ghana flag in there. Everything he does. But the problem is the ops trying to, make it like they try to denigrate it, make it look less of something important. But this is Peller we are talking about. This is someone who has over 200K live viewers on his live. At minimum, his list that do not watch him, the day he has a bad watch, is 24K. Wow. 24K. Active on his TikTok live.
Okay.
And he comes to your country and people are passing comments like, what is this small boy? Why are we giving him a celebrity type of treatment? You will hear all these things and ask yourself, why do we hate good things? Because Peller is not just a small boy. He's a big name. Africa's biggest streamer. Do they understand the meaning of Africa?
Okay.
You understand? And this is a guy controlling numbers. And the current generation we are in, it's a numbers game.
Okay.
If you don't have the numbers, get out of here. And Wale wants to be relevant within within every generation. So of course, you need those with the numbers to put you on. You are looking at the guy's age. We are looking at the successes he's shot. There's a boy with a hotel, 2 hotels in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Who owns a Lexus? Yes.
Okay.
It's not just a small boy. No, his account is fat. So whatever he does, Shatta Wale knows what he's going to benefit. That is why he decided to give. And he didn't even. We all saw how he was the one craving to be Shatta.
Yeah.
He made a public outburst about it, begging his viewers to go into Shatta's DM to inform him that he has DM'd him. He wants a reply.
Oh, that was how it started.
Yes, that was how it started. And all of a sudden, people are now changing the narration to Shatta Wale even the Peller himself said on his live that if Shatta Wale sees him, he'll be on the ground. But in the end, who was on the ground when they met?
That was rather him.
There's celebrity and there's celebrity.
All right.
You understand?
Yeah. Quickly, what do you have to say about Peller's visit to Ghana? Oh, right.
Oh.
What do you want to do to this guy?
Oh no.
Oh,
Why would I?
easy for you?
Why would I want to do something? We've entered into the era where streaming is a big deal of the culture. I think we've seen. I think when Kai Senat came to Ghana, we had a feel of it. Unfortunately for us, when he came, our internet decided to go off.
Yeah.
Yes, after some deep sea issues. So we couldn't really get the full scope. But if you followed streaming, you realize the weight of streaming at the moment.
Yeah.
An example would be like Speed. I Show Speed, who was in China, and the whole streets were full of people trying to catch a glimpse of the young man. So yes, Peller coming to Ghana was nice. It's like Udimaya going to any other African country. That's the same treatment he gets because he's there to project whatever he sees. And it's better to always get the positive projections rather than the negative.
Yeah.
And he was hosted by no other than Shatta Wale. I think one of the best business moves that was made during Peller's trip was the fact that technically it wasn't Shatta Wale who hosted him. It was Shaxi.
Yeah.
And it adds brand visibility and brand activation. Because wherever you see, you're going to see Shaxi. And I don't see any better use of marketing budget than hosting, let's say, one of Africa's topmost streamers. And not only did it benefit Shaxi, it benefited the lives of Made in Ghana, who was actually technically even seeing with him more than even Shatta. You get it. So it's good. I don't see the negative comments are just fans who are probably peeved, or people who do not understand how the world is moving at the moment. But I think it was a nice touch, and people should expect more because I know hopefully this year maybe Kaisenat might be back, maybe I Show Speed 2 might be back. So those are like
maybe Vibes Cartel because Sean Storm too commented that they'll be in Ghana soon.
Okay.
Yes. For Ghana, they were Ghana, they're so keep.
And I also saw a video of Vibes Cartel telling Molly at one of his.
That you'll be coming to Ghana in
Yeah,
December.
come to Ghana.
Is that supposed to be a freedom wave something?
I don't think that conversation was a freedom wave conversation.
That's a Molly kind of conversation. I think Molly was trying to invite him, so let's see what happens.
All right.
But of course, if he comes, he will definitely be here.
Yeah, if there's going to be a freedom wave concert, he's definitely going to be passing through. But quickly, let's talk about the fact that people said he didn't deserve that VIP treatment, and that who is Peller, and they started comparing Peller to our very own Sheldon. Was there a need for such conversation?
You see, my problem with Ghanaians, when did they start respecting Kudu Sheldon? You see, this fanfooling be what before they talk about it. The fanfooling, all of a sudden we love Kudu Sheldon. Where did this thing come from? Why? Because and this is what people should get from this perspective. That when the topic or the narration changed to Shatta Wale, then everybody start having sense. Everybody becomes foolish if it's another artist. But when it becomes Shatta Wale, that sense they think they have, then they start activating. Then why not Kojo Sheldon? Why not Bongo Ideas? If they were very good like that, why won't your favorite celebrity treat them the same way? You the person calling for them. You've had, I can even bet my last penny, you guys have had distasteful comment towards them on their pages. But today, you are singing their praises because Shatta Wale has brought Peller.
You have to support her.
That is the we don't support our own when we have a guest. No logical human being. When you are staying with your dad or your parents, they say when the guests come that they treat you well. And now they tell you that the meat is for the guests, the biggest meat is for the guests.
Yeah.
That is how logical and well-trained people behave.
Okay.
You are bringing a guest to the country, so you have to give him the best of treatment. At the end of the day, what is the review towards that? Now this guy is even comparing Ghana to Nigeria and was on his life saying that Charlie, the peace of mind in Ghana, his girlfriend had to shut him up because whatever was in his mind to say, if he decided to conclude, there will be war in Nigeria. Because he was about to say that Ghana is way better than Nigeria. And what he enjoyed here, he wish he was here forever.
All right.
That's basically, and that is the message we wanted to hear.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, what you have to say about the perception that, he's been over-treated well. And that, why are we not giving that same attention?
It's a Ghana thing.
It's a Ghana thing.
Yeah, it's a Ghana thing. Because I remember when Stoneboy wanted to fly Peller to London, there was the same reaction.
Okay.
Why they fly Peller? Why you want fly Peller to London where Ghana people they here and they support
Because you had a show in UK.
You see.
Few days to the event, then you come and hit the guy up. That you want him at the show.
The guy joined his show. If we take away the
don't take away anything. You see,
let's be honest. Story.
No, not the background story.
If you want to officially invite somebody or you have the person in your plan, we know it. You know the formality you are supposed to take.
The eyelid.
I don't know if you are getting what I'm trying to say.
If you take away the SM spec from his eyes,
oh God,
you will see what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because he's trying to justify one person saying, but
no, I'm not.
Yeah, that's basically what you are doing and trying to say the other.
I'm saying don't compare the two because there are two different situations.
It's not about situation; it's about reaction.
Yes.
First of all, I can be
there.
What
causes the reaction?
Wait, I can be there, thinking about myself. Then Prudent to call me. Then maybe something might just come out. Oh, Prudent, me say fly for talk to you. Yeah. It happens. Yeah. Stoneboy was. It's not like Peller was doing live, and Stoneboy joined though. Stoneboy was doing his live, and Peller joined. And when he was speaking, I was like, "Oh, Omo, you get visa like they do show for London. Yeah. You get I go fly, you come. Yeah. You see, it's a business sense because if he had flew Peller to London, most of the Nigerian community or the fan base of Peller would have wanted to see Peller, so would have pushed them to come. Yes. Unfortunately, Peller did not have a visa at that moment in time. Yeah. It's the same thing Shatta Wale has done. He has used Peller to activate his brand. Yeah. Which is the Shaxi brand, in multiple ways. You get it? And as usual, Ghanaians are like, this one day, sneaking your midday. You don't give them the same treat. Even made in Ghana, you don't give them the same treatment by they give. So that's the same way they are saying. You Stoneboy, this one day. Yeah. You know, so see any. Thing, that's what I say. It's a Ghana thing. It's a Ghana thing. It's basically the fact that Ghanaians, we think when it goes to another person, we think we deserve it more than the person. Yeah. Forgetting that there are other dynamics that enter or go into making a final decision. All right. You get it. So it's a Ghana thing, it's a mentality thing. Yeah. I mean, it's not something we can remove instantly. We need orientation. All right. Cultural orientation. All right. Yes.
Okay. Also, we realized that speaking on the fact that it was live. There's a conversation that is also going online that Peller says Stoneboy had unfollowed him because of the fact that he said he was coming to Ghana, and the VA has come out to say that look, they are not interested in that kind of conversation. But what do you make of that conversation on social media?
Honestly, I cannot make a decision on that because first of all, I don't know who Stoneboy follows. And I don't know who Peller follows. Whether they unfollowed or he followed, I don't know. Peller said he was unfollowed. PRO says they never followed. I don't have anything to say about these two statements because I cannot determine whether there was a follow and there was an unfollow. So if PRO says they didn't follow, fine. If Peller to say he was unfollowed, fine.
But for me, I was thinking that because of the existing relationship between Stone and Peller, as Peller was in town, Stone I hosted him for I think a night or something.
Shaxi was the one who brought him.
Okay, so so Stone had nothing to do with it.
No, because
So-
whoever brings the person is the one who controls whatever the person will do.
Okay.
I don't think Stoneboy requested for it, but I doubt too that without requesting Peller knowing the politics, because I'm sure before he came, he should already noticed the politics that happens between the two
But do you
people.
think Peller would come out to say that Stoneboy had unfollowed him when Stoneboy had not unfollowed him?
Thank you very long.
I honestly, that's what I'm saying. I do not know.
But that was a very strong statement too.
Yeah,
Come
and-
out from Peller.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Vida too has said they didn't follow.
What kind of credit?
What do you mean?
You cannot stand on this platform and say Vida cannot credit.
What kind of credit?
Why do you how long do you know Vida? Out of all the ages she's lived
We are
on this
talking
earth.
about what is in the public, not privately. I mean, from the personal.
You're
Out of what is in
you're
the
still-
maybe are they
No.
free here? We are talking public utterances.
no, because if you make a statement like
Because
this,
she said,
it's
listen,
personal.
no, it's not personal. I'm saying that because of what she said.
I
There's a
understand
video.
it.
Listen, there's a video to it that Peller said, "I am following right now on the live.
Okay.
I am following right now," and he went to the phone, clicked it. So if a small boy, you know one thing about kids,
They just say it.
what they know is what they say.
But we saw
They,
the
they
video.
don't lie.
Well, we've seen the video.
so-
Peller said he was following Stoneboy.
And
Stoneboy
he
said,
clicked
okay.
on the screen.
Stoneboy said, okay.
Okay.
We didn't hear Stoneboy say,
Good.
I'm following
so
you back.
if Peller didn't see the follow, do you think he would have followed
But
back?
what is the natural instinct of someone telling you that I'm following you?
I'm following back. Tell me.
That's what I'm saying. Just because you say, I'll follow you.
Oh.
I have people who follow me, I don't follow them.
But
But
I
we
mean, the
chat.
natural instinct of me telling you,
Oh, Charlie.
I'm
Be
actually
honest
following
about
you.
Oh, cool.
You right away go and also follow back. You
Right.
get my point.
You see, that's what I'm
Right.
saying. First of all, that's what I'm telling you that sometimes because we speak on facts and we are factual in whatever we say, because if it was Instagram, you know, Instagram when people usually you're able to get when somebody unfollows somebody, they'll come and post. They were following each other, now they are not following each other. I've not seen something like that.
Okay.
So I cannot use my mind and say that no. The PRO says they were never following him.
All right.
I'd rather go with the PRO.
All right.
You see,
Long John, what do you mean by uncanny credit?
I mean, the truth is, we all know this. Look, and what the truth is, we all know how usually things play out from that camp.
We don't know.
We all have been seeing it. If when the news came out, he unfollowed him. You should have checked social media reaction. Everybody like, oh, he has done it, and that is how he is. It is normal for him to be doing that. The little mistake, then unfollow, but
But is it
I
by
don't
force
really-
to follow? Is it by force to continue to
So
follow? Seth?
if you have someone closer to you, and the person is also supporting somebody else, should that be like a problem for you so much that because of that support or help the person is trying to give to the other person, you want to detach yourself?
We cannot determine that.
No, that's basically it, because it is not the first time.
That's an assumption.
No, it's not assumption. You've seen classical examples where people are, how many weeks now as Asante or that lady, what's it? Asante. I'm Asante, the UK lady. Come out to moan of the same thing, almost the same thing. That he was unfollowed.
Yeah, but that one they understand why.
And yet the other one there, you see,
I understand
you
why
see
someone
that
will follow
problem.
her.
Until I need that you understand.
If they
But
are
this one-
following, I
this one you're
understand
trying
why.
So Stoneboy has a track record of unfollowing people.
That is the thing.
who are
Be
not in line
honest.
with his activity.
Be honest.
That's what you're trying to say.
No, let's be honest. We follow people based on interest.
Okay.
If there's no
Then,
interest
then
again.
if Stoneboy actually
there's-
unfollowed him, let's just say.
Yes,
say
but
from
they
day
said,
one.
but PRO says they never followed him.
That is why he's also saying that the PR has never said.
That's what I'm saying. I cannot determine that PRO has said lies before. He can't tell me if he can tell me all the instances she's
They
lied.
should not lie about her artist being the most highest nominated in TGM. I'm giving you records, so you're telling me.
No,
I'm
did he say
lying.
that?
Did he say that?
That one I can forgive her. Do you know? Yes. Do you know why I can forgive her? Because up to down, if I tell you, some people do not even know Shatta House released Afro Pop Song of the Year because of the way they released
But
the.
is it not your duty to know these things?
That's what
Before
I'm
you come out
Why
to
are
this
you
statement like
PR?
that,
That's
instead
what I'm
of throwing
saying.
punches
Will you
at
do-
people
no,
and
no.
calling
You
people
yourself,
ice
will you
cream
do that
sellers,
mistake?
ice cream sellers, and all that. You shouldn't know this one. Wait, the real job. You should know the real job.
You
Instead
asked
of-
no,
instead
listen,
of calling
listen.
people
You
names.
asked me a
People
statement.
matches like a cowboy.
You asked me a statement. You asked me a
Guys,
statement.
you see,
Listen,
right now,
you asked me a
right
statement of
now,
fact.
you're not acting like the person in the middle.
No,
I'm just saying that.
yes.
We are picking.
let's be
we are
honest.
picking-
No, look,
we are
I feel-
picking the
no.
side.
For me, I don't support any narration of insults and
Yeah.
derogatory remarks.
Yes.
Yes.
You are quick to say someone is an ice cream seller, which
Yeah.
has nothing to do with the conversation. You are
Yeah.
quick to say that this person doesn't make it to or any other business.
Yes.
But you're not quick to know the job, the real job.
But
But
the question is, the person making it to any other business? No.
But is there a need to make that statement?
No, that's what I'm
rather
saying.
than getting your things right, getting your facts right and communicating.
That's what I'm saying. The reason I'm saying that's what I'm saying. The reason I can forgive her for that is because a lot of people projected that, even media people projected those conversations. I was one of the few people to diligently do the count.
Please. Can you be part of the media people?
Me, I'm a music executive. I'm a music executive.
You have no idea.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I can.
All right. There's another conversation online that Peller, like Shatta brought Peller to distract attention on Shatta's on Black Sherif's album. Like this project is going. I mean that Peller in town has distracted all the attention that Black Sherif.
So here's the thing.
Is it true?
No, here's the thing. So just because one person is doing something, I can't do anything.
One person.
I released a song the same. I released a song the same day as Black Sherif, and people were bothered. Like, Black Sherif is dropping. Why are you dropping? And I told them, what I'll get is what I will get.
How can you tell me this?
Because it's not only one person releasing music. Because of one person, the whole world should stop. No. So just because, whether it is true or false, whether it is actual or unfactual, we cannot stop our lives because of somebody. We have to live our lives according to how we feel. And I think for Shagzy, this was the perfect time for them to bring Peller into the system. And they brought him.
Okay.
And they enjoyed.
All right.
At the end of the day, Black Hole still enjoyed publicity. Can't get to see the whole Shatta Wale conversation we had, even with Shatta Wale commenting.
Yeah.
So everybody got what they say, win-win for everybody.
All right.
Abi, you get me?
What do you have to say about this one? That's our last one.
It's a very sad situation to see people, and it's always because of Shatta Wale. People intentionally do that, you know.
So it's not true.
I mean, it is totally, it is complete balderdash to conclude in that sense, because it makes no sense. Why should the industry entire activities halt because of an album release?
Because you know Shatta Wale has done that. Somebody go do it.
You see,
go put powder for his face.
Yeah.
Everybody's
So the person has done his party. Shatta Wale shouldn't go live. You didn't invite him to the party. It became a headline. He said, you know what? You people want to mock me.
Yes.
Me too, I can mock you some.
Right.
And he came live. He did his powder.
But I mean,
how is that a problem?
At this particular
bringing Peller at this particular juncture should tell you that there was a prior discussion. And that discussion had a date of the plane ticket.
Okay.
So it's not because of somebody's release. They have to default that ticket or change the date of that ticket. Who bear that cost?
But Blacko is your boy.
Don't listen. Young talent. It is about time it is about time we allow viewers and then listeners to understand that this industry can operate with everybody performing their own activities. It's not because Sarkodie has dropped an album, so every artist must hold all their singles or all their projects after a week or a month before they decide to push. No. We need to keep the industry active. It needs
like I'll drop this project.
Exactly. But you see, just like Sarkodie, when there's a negative news, he always tries to find a positive to quench the negative.
Yeah.
When he realized a song was, he realized his court case was leaked into the public domain, he then quickly dropped a freestyle. That is how it is done. The industry, you decide to change the narrative. If Blacko sees the narrative is not favoring him, he has ways and means. He's supposed to have mechanizations that are supposed to push in conversation to favor his whatever project he has out. I don't know why they should look at another artist who has his own itinerary for the year or for the week. And because of Blacko's release, they want to cut it short. I mean, it makes no sense.
So it wasn't deliberate.
No, it makes no. That conversation shouldn't even be seconded. It makes no sense. Everybody should be allowed to do everything they want to do.
Yeah, as someone who is a music executive, people have said that Shatta Wale has entered Nigeria in terms of the Nigerian music market with Peller's versatility. Do you think it's something that is?
Shatta Wale was always in Nigeria. Which can be entered Nigeria.
No, you look at taking over.
So rephrase the question, because he has always been in Nigeria. He is one man who fought with Peller, Davido, Wizkid. Shatta Wale is a big name in Nigeria. He's a known name. So probably you just say his streams has increased. Yes, I agree, because that's also an end goal. Yeah. That is the influence also Peller has on the young people. He's 19.
Yes.
He's Gen Z. Krasini Kakra, but he has the influence.
Say it in English.
Krasini Kakra,
No,
but
in English.
he has the.
Don't mind.
He's a bit unrefined,
Okay.
but he has the numbers.
Yeah.
He has the followers. So definitely it influences all the other people. I remember when he said he didn't know Runtown.
Yeah.
And you got to know Runtown. He said, well, this song I listened, Runtown's streams increased.
And
So that is the influence of Peller.
Correct.
You get it. So
What do you
yes.
have to say?
I believe this Peller's visit really aided Shatta Wale's brand in Nigeria, especially because the first he is saying Shatta was known in Nigeria, yes, but it was for a very negative reason, and it was so bad. Yes, it was so bad that
It was a villain.
people actually saw him as the wicked. This guy doesn't respect himself, like anyhow guy. But that Peller visit and the treatment, the way his team was able to grab those water from Peller. It was noticed by Nigerian population. Somebody tried giving Peller water in the phone shop, and they grabbed it and made sure it never got to the mouth of the boy. It showed a different picture and perspective of Shatta Wale. You see, and from then, it has changed the narrative. It made people now have time to say, you know what, let's take time and listen to Shatta's music. And that alone won him back into their system in a very positive way, and has changed his narrative from a more negative person to a more positive person, that people are now seeing that, the Shatta, the way you've been seeing him, he's not like that. A lady on Instagram wrote about Shatta Wale. She's called Tasha. And she said everything they thought about Shatta Wale has proven false, because what Shatta Wale has done has shown that Shatta is a human, somebody who thinks about his because looking at Peller's age and the way he treated him like a twin brother, he didn't make him feel inferior, didn't make him feel less of himself, allowed him to feel comfortable everywhere. His cars, he even gave him his cars to drive. So I think it did a positive PR for Shatta Wale on the African scene, because the narration about him out there were very wrong.
Okay.
That needed something like this to put in some light.
Yes, you see the way you talk about Peller is a young boy. He took. See, Shatta Wale is 23. They are age mates. They are age mates.
That's true.
Let's respect ourselves.
Shatta
Shatta is 23, please.
Yeah, bouncy baby boy.
Hey.
Shatta Nukbani.
Then boy Shatta Wale 98, right?
Oh, you be 23. I should do.
Thank you guys for joining me on the show. Always a pleasure to have you guys here.